Well, another one that I wanted to, the one that I saw on Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
because I didn't watch the game. I just
Yeah.
watched a lot of clips and stuff on Twitter that people were talking about. And one of them that really bothered me was the Tank Dell play before he got injured, where the corner was like,
The pass interference.
yeah, the corner was raping him basically, and they called it an offensive pass interference. I'm like, what is happening right now?
Dude,
This makes
even the
no
announcers
sense.
were critical of it.
Yeah, I
Announcers being critical of a cheese penalty is insane.
and then
That's how you know it's bad.
the other one that I saw a lot of was the ball boy getting the attention of the ref to say that the Chiefs want to call a timeout. Like,
Yep.
since when is the ball boy allowed to do that? It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Man, unbelievable stuff.
Amount of shit that goes in the Chiefs' favor, dude.
The NFL might be cooked. Congrats, Barufi, on your victory.
Yes, sir.
I mean, look, I'll say this. I'll say this. I was, for the most part, impressed or at least optimistic about our pass defense. Renardo Green had a few crucial breakups, and he looks really sticky in coverage. I think he's going to be hopefully a future lockdown corner for us. He's been very promising this year. Lenore had that crazy deflection to prevent a touchdown in the end zone that I thought was a really fantastic play, and it's nice to see him still like play at a decently high level, even though he's dealing, he's banged up and dealing with an injury as well, especially coming after that extension. So nice to see him play. Yeah, I mean, they got Pearsall going a little bit, but then Pearsall started committing penalties, and then he just didn't get the ball ever again. So that was a little unfortunate. But it was a lot of stuff for me on our side of the ball. It was like, where has this been all year? Like, and I said it in the Discord too as we were watching the game. Why did it take 15 weeks to get D Winters meaningful time? Like, Devondre Campbell has been fucking
Uh,
horrible all year, and now
yeah,
obviously he's not
yeah.
playing anymore. But D Winters has been waiting for his moment, and he's always been at least like replacement level at worst when he's out there, and he's made solid plays before. So why don't we give him a fair shake? He finally gets an opportunity today with Greenlaw going down again, and then he gets injured. As I said, so that sucked.
Mm-hmm.
But it took 9 weeks for Pearsall to get any like meaningful looks, which is really bizarre too. This is our first round pick, guys. Like, it's not fucking nobody. It's not fucking Ronnie Bell. It's Ricky Pearsall. Like, this is a great slot receiver, a route runner with great hands. Like, get him going. Give him some looks. He finally got some looks,
Mm-hmm.
committed a couple penalties, and then he disappeared again. I don't get it. They aren't using Jacob Cowing on downfield throws at all. I don't understand it. Like, part of the thing with the offense this year and with Purdy is that they've been utilizing downfield passes a lot more, being a lot more aggressive downfield. But Cowing's never in the game. That's your downfield receiver. Like, you drafted him
Mm-hmm.
for that reason. He's a super fast guy who could just go. You know, the tight end screens that were really effective today with George Kittle, because I mean, obviously, right? It's George Kittle. Where's
Mm-hmm.
that been all year? We ran 2 of them against Chicago. We ran 3 of them today, and that's it. Like, we haven't seen
Mm-hmm.
him otherwise in any game this year. It makes no sense to me. Like, so in this offseason, obviously a lot has to change. There has to be a lot of a philosophical change. Hopefully the coaching staff gets a little bit of a remodeling. Obviously Shanahan's staying, and I support that choice as well, of course. But a lot needs to change in order for us to maintain this contention that we want to keep, especially next year when the Super Bowl is going to be played at our home stadium. That would be nice to contend for that.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Miami had Hard Rock received the Super Bowl in the past few years, and I had the same hopes. So hopefully that goes differently for you guys, because I
Yep.
know I got crushed. Obviously, obviously.
Well, it was funny about the home field advantage in the Super Bowl because 2020 season, the 2020 season, 2021 Super Bowl between the
Mm-hmm.
Bucks and the Chiefs was the first time that the hosting stadium actually had their home team playing in the Super Bowl. And
Mm-hmm.
they won. Obviously, the Bucks won that. And that was the first time in Super Bowl era that that's ever happened. And then the very next year, it happened again between the
Yep.
Rams and the Bengals, and the Rams won. That was really weird stuff. Uh, so if we get that luck, that would be fantastic. I would love to just get over this hump. I think it would silence a lot more people. If you just see this team, see Shanahan, see Purdy, see these guys finally win something, it would make my life a lot easier. Talking about all these retards on. Man. Yeah.
I digress. Right.
But yeah, basically, those are my, yeah. My rant's over, and welcome to Coast to Coast. We're about 5.5 minutes in.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Poggers.
Fun stuff. What else happened today that was big? Washington killed our hopes in the first place. Before we even started playing that game, they eliminated us. They clinched their spot. So congrats to Washington. I think maybe all three of us said it might have been a sleeper team this year. Super under the radar,
Yeah.
but could be really competitive and frisky. And here they are, making
They
the playoffs.
have far
so.
exceeded that even.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I would agree. I think I gave them 6 or 7 wins at the beginning of the year. Certainly with room for more, but yeah, they've done fantastically. Dan Quinn probably wins Coach of the Year in my opinion because of that turnaround. But so good for them. It was a really good game too. They came back from a lot, and then that final drive with Jaden Daniels going sicko mode. That was cool stuff.
I know. I saw a lot of people talking about, what do you mean Jaden Daniels did good? He didn't even do that much. He beat Kenny Pickett. I'm like, dude, he just put motherfucking 36 points on the Eagles defense in a game where they were down big. It doesn't matter who the opponent quarterback is. They aren't playing the other quarterback.
Right. And, Kenny Pickett wasn't awful either. I didn't think so. He made a few bad throws, and one of them was that interception of Frankie Lavue, which kind of did end up being a little bit of a turning point in the game. But he came in with a 2-score lead. That's certainly manageable for what should be a good backup.
No, he came in with a 1-score lead,
right.
Immediately drove down the field and got a touchdown.
Oh, see,
I thought he made multiple clutch.
I thought he came in the red zone, so it wasn't like down the field, but
he came in at like the 50 or the 40,
okay.
But he made some good throws on that drive, and he also had some really clutch throws later in the game too. On the there was like a 4th and 15 or whatever. He's scrambling and he makes a throw, and I thought that he had some really good plays. I'm not a Kenny Pickett guy. I still think he's not good, but he made plays to win that game.
There you go.
Well, he's certainly making a case for him to be a top of the line backup in the league. Making some throws like that.
Oh, for sure.
So good for him, I guess. But yeah, they did enough on the offensive side to win. It was the defense, and Jaden Daniels and that offense really carved them up in the second half. So tough stuff. And they couldn't tackle. They weren't tackling very well either in the secondary, which was a bit surprising.
Yeah.
Surprising?
Yeah, I would say so. I think they've been really good tackling this year. I could be wrong on that, but just based on my eye test.
Okay.
Tackling issues in the secondary is a little bit explainable by the fact that C.J. Gardner-Johnson was out. He is a good tackler. He's not good in coverage, but he is a good tackling safety.
Sure. The Colts blew out the Titans, and then the Titans blew the Colts out in one quarter, but luckily that wasn't the only quarter that mattered in the game, so that was interesting stuff. Colts ended up hanging on 38-30. I didn't even realize that the Raiders and Jaguars played. I didn't see a single play from that game, but apparently the Raiders won and effectively removed themselves from first pick contention because the Giants are that bad everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable, right?
So they got their asses handed to them, 34-7. They gave up 2 pick sixes, which was big for any Falcons defense fantasy owners like myself.
Michael Penix threw the worst interception on the year. His biggest fault was trusting Kyle Pitts to catch a pass.
I saw that from Ian Hartitz on Twitter.
That was unbelievable, man.
That's what you're referencing, right? Or...
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're like rookie mistake, trusting Kyle Pitts to catch.
Yeah. Time to go full bust on Kyle Pitts. Real shame because
dude, how do you have a 1,000-yard season as a rookie tight end and then do that? The collapse is insane.
1,000 yards in his rookie season, but he didn't catch a single touchdown, I don't think, in that rookie season.
No,
either.
He had one.
Oh, okay.
He had one.
Well, yeah, it's just I still think obviously there's a space for Kyle Pitts somewhere. He's too much of a physical freak that he
Knowing
can
our
find
luck, he's going to
success.
be a
But
really cheap free agent, go sign a 1-year deal in Kansas City, and be a Hall of Famer.
yeah, he's gonna replace Kelsey. Oh fuck, man, that would
And he's going to be cheap too because he's not good.
right. I I was hoping maybe San Francisco would just shove an offer on the table. Fucking why not? Just have every weapon imaginable, so that way in case one of them gets injured, you know you have actual depth that can beat man
You
coverage
guys
and
have
shit.
Braden Willis. You don't need him.
Ugh, he committed a penalty today too. Fuck.
Yeah, he's had a lot on the year.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
He holds a lot.
man. I just yeah. I know nothing else to say. Anyway. I guess enough football talk. It's not exactly our football episode here,
The
but
Yeah,
focus.
just
Yeah.
a quick we were
sure.
talking about the Giants.
Yeah.
What the fuck was that? I don't know if you guys saw that clip by Evan Neal.
Dude, Evan Neal is talk
Gee,
about another bust on the opposite side of the field.
what an unbelievable
Wait, are you talking about the one where they said the tank is in full effect?
I don't know. I wasn't listening, but I'm sending right now in the Discord. This shit is unbelievable. I don't know if you can send if you can show it, Anthony.
Yeah, I can probably open it in a new tab.
Listen, I understand, okay, if I have like 10 beers in my stomach and I'm playing pickup football with the boys and I do this shit. I don't understand a first round draft pick do this shit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah,
Please
I
show
saw
us.
another.
Please show us.
I saw another person post this, and their caption was "The tank is in full effect."
Okay.
Hold on, I don't know why the sound was off when I clicked before I clicked on it. When I clicked on it, the sound was on again. It's so annoying. All right, yeah. So Evan Neal, right tackle here. Yeah, that's
I mean, like, come
that's
on,
awesome
bro.
stuff. And that was on Judon's pick six. The ball gets batted up,
on.
makes a clutch catch.
Dude, I had my parlay didn't hit, so it doesn't fucking matter. But I had Drew Lock 200 plus passing yards, and going into that final drive, he had 108. They started at the 10-yard line, like their own 10, and he drove down the field, got up to like 185, and was at the goal line, and with a bunch of fucking penalties, was able to get the 200 passing yards.
Wow, nice. Yeah.
Dude had like 110 passing yards on one drive. It was beautiful.
That's pretty. That's big. Absolutely. Yeah. Evan Neal also big bust. Real shame because another physical freak, kind of right. Evan Neal.
Alabama tackles just kind of suck, man.
Yeah, they
Evan
do.
Neal, Jonah Williams.
6'7", 350. Yeah, physical freak. Just can't figure it out. Damn shame. Drew Lock is also trending.
Get Drew Lock an offensive line, man. He can succeed. He's better than Kenny Pickett.
That throw to Tyrone Tracy in the end zone, the one that they scored, their only points of the game, that was a nice throw. Like and a nice catch too, obviously, but that was a nice throw.
Dude, I want you to watch that last drive because he was threading the needle with no time to throw.
I mean, yeah, there's talent there, right? And we see that a lot with these guys that, have a chance, albeit brief chance, a lot of times, or on a really bad team, they go away, they become a backup. And I mean, look at Darnold, right? This is kind of, obviously I'm not comparing Drew Lock to Sam Darnold in terms of talent or anything, especially coming out of college. But, hey, we have seen these stories a few times in the past couple of years. And, I don't think that future would be in New York for Drew Lock because they're very clearly, I think, going to take probably Shedeur Sanders or Cam Ward at number 1 overall.
If Cam Ward is the first overall pick, that's bad, man. He's not good.
Maybe they trade back too. I don't know. I don't know who would trade up for those guys, but it could happen.
True. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't think Cam Ward is an NFL quarterback. I don't think anybody in this class is an NFL starter.
You could argue that for sure. I'd understand. But this is just this is how it goes. The
Right.
couple quarterbacks that feel like there's something there are going to be taken first, even though
Which
it
is
shouldn't
probably
be
going
that
to
way.
just. It's probably just going to be Shador. And
Yeah, look, if I'm being honest, as much as I hate Shador Sanders, he has the best tools in the class for quarterback.
Yeah, I would absolutely agree. Maybe the Raiders just trade up one pick. New York's not in love with anyone, so they're like, hey, you guys trade up one pick, give us a third rounder or something, I don't know, and we'll take whoever you don't, something like that. I have no idea.
Yep.
But the draft will be fun. That'll be coming up obviously after the NFL playoffs. Just because our teams are
I'm
eliminated,
I'm already
doesn't mean we're
looking
not.
forward to it.
Yeah, just because our teams are eliminated doesn't mean we're not going to cover it. And Barufi's Dolphins still have a chance mathematically, though that's not going to happen. Apologies.
There you go. Not gonna happen. No. I was gonna say it before you. It's not gonna happen.
Hey, technically the Colts are still alive. Technically the Bengals are still alive. If the Bengals make it into the playoffs, how sick would that be? That'd be so fucking funny.
It would be disgraceful.
I would love it.
It would give Joe Burrow a shot at MVP, although I think it's pretty much sold that it's Josh Allen at this point. But it would at least legitimize.
I don't know. He played pretty bad today.
Yeah, but it wasn't a Jared Goff 5 interceptions bad.
No, but Lamar is right on his ass, dude.
I don't think it's. I think if this happened in week 13, there's a real case for that. But the fact that it's week 16 and it happens, I don't know if it really changes that much or moves the needle for a lot of voters. Maybe it does, and I'm wrong,
fair.
but at this point in the season, I think maybe it's sold. Unless he gets injured, God forbid. But
right.
Yeah. Anyway, I think if they did make the playoffs, Joe Burrow has, it legitimizes his argument, I'll say. But it would then also mean Zach Taylor probably doesn't get fired. So
right,
we want that to happen.
My roommate was on his full insufferable mode again today, talking about how he just thinks the Ravens run the AFC this playoffs. Like he's talking about who beats them. I'm like, you're forgetting one thing, and that's playoff Lamar.
Yeah, I mean, it's not even just playoff Lamar, really. I think it's a lot of that core. Maybe for some reason not geared up for it. Maybe it's John Harbaugh and his coaching decisions, coaching staff later in the year. They've also dealt with injuries too. They're a team that sometimes or occasionally loses a lot of depth pieces throughout the year, and so they can be spread a little bit more thin come playoff time too. So, I mean, I'm not defending Lamar's play. Lamar was okay last playoffs. At least against the Texans, he was okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's our brief NFL talk for this episode. I don't know if we're gonna do an NFL episode for this week because it's the holiday. Probably not. But those are our thoughts right now. We do have the Bucks Dallas going on currently. It's the middle of the third quarter. Dallas is up 23-14, 26-14 now. So
yeah, Brandon Aubrey is so fucking. He's gonna be a historic kicker. I'm telling you, this guy is gonna be the Justin Tucker of the future because his kicking is so fucking good. All of those field goals today have been from 50 yards out. I think he already probably has like 15 fantasy points.
I said it going into last year. He's better than Justin Tucker. And
Justin Tucker is a cut candidate, so
yes, now he was, but last year people were still calling him the best.
I think that it's been Harrison Butker for the last 2 years.
I wouldn't even say Butker. I think one that's
I'm saying not last year, but the years before last year, those two, I think it was Butker, but the last year and this year has been Aubrey.
It could be Butker. The one that I think does not ever get enough respect, but has been consistently great all throughout his entire career is Chris Boswell. And he's one of the few veteran kickers that have been kicking for a long time now that is still really, really good right now. So
Forgive me, Aubrey has 21 points.
Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Imagine if I kept Aubrey on my ESPN fantasy team. If I didn't have to
for some reason he's only the third. He's only third ranked on position for kicking, which is crazy. I thought he would for sure be number one.
Well, they also haven't had the opportunity to kick many field goals recently, I guess, is one way to explain it. I would say Chris Boswell's probably up there. I don't know if he'd be number 1 or 2, but that is a guy that's gotten a lot of opportunities. Cameron Dicker's gotten a lot of opportunities with the Chargers. Maybe those are 1 and 2. I'm not sure.
Let me do a check real quick.
Cameron Dicker's number 4. Boswell's number 1. So I'm
Okay.
not sure who number
Yeah.
2 is.
Ooh, Bucker's number 24.
Well, he dealt with injury, and they also had issues.
He's asking for a sandwich.
Oh, okay. Wait, I wonder, is it Will Lutz? He's been kicking good this year. Will Lutz is the 5th best
Wait,
kicker this year.
Wait, check on Jason Sanders.
No way.
He's been great. Like, he's actually been really good.
Well, he was fucking 5 for 5 today. The fucking asshole.
He had
Jason Sanders is number 8 in fantasy.
Yeah, he's had 23 consecutive field goals.
Wow. Guy who's known a lot for missing. Kind of nails
I
right
was
now.
I was giving him shit. I was giving him a lot of shit.
Who the hell is this kicker?
Is Austin Seibert doing good this year? I don't think he's played all year, though.
He was, but he was injured, yeah.
Where's Tyler Bass?
Tyler Bass is number 8.
It's not
I thought you
Bates.
said Jason
Bates also
Sanders
missed
break.
time.
Oh, sorry. No,
Carlson,
Tyler
no.
Bass is number. He's in the top 10. I can't remember.
He's a bum.
Bass was 8, I think. Yeah,
Number
Greg
1 Tyler Bass.
Sirlein. That's a great guess, Anthony. Jesus Christ. Name a bigger fall off Elway.
Who?
Greg
I'll tell you what,
Sirlein.
Anthony.
Yeah.
So many people.
There's
so
no
many
way
Niners
that's right.
fans-
It's Kaimi Fairbairn, dude.
No, Fairbairn has been good. Yeah.
I'm not surprised by that. He's missed a handful, but he's had to
He's been
kick
good.
from 50 plus a lot, and he's been pretty nails from that range.
He's missed 6 field goals on 41 attempts.
Yeah, there you go. I mean that offense can't get in the end zone, and they didn't last year either, so that makes a lot of sense.
No.
Yeah.
Niners fans were talking a lot of shit today. The game.
I
Like
can
bad.
imagine they're all coping.
Jeez. No. Before the game.
No, I know they're all coping.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, absolutely. That's how they roll.
I'm just thinking to myself, these guys have the same record as us. I mean,
Dude,
no
Justin
shot.
Tucker.
No shot.
Okay, guys, I want to say a crazy stat real quick. So one, Justin Tucker is top 10 in kicker fantasy. That's fucking wild. But number 2, Austin Seibert is number 15 in fantasy points scored by a kicker. He's only played in 9 games.
Yeah, he had a couple of those weeks early on, like with the against the Giants in like week 2 or 3, where he kicked like 7 field goals.
Austin Seibert's also the only NFL autograph that I have.
Wow.
Goated.
How about that?
Yeah, he was doing a fundraiser back like 2 or 3 years ago on Instagram, and so I DM'd him and I said, "Hey, can I?" Because he was signing like print out pictures of his, and then donating that money to charity, and so I bought a picture of him in the Browns uniform, signed autograph for charity.
Mm-hmm.
Well, how about that? Look at that. Coast to Coast doing the work, putting in the work
What a
for
fun
charity.
piece of trivia right here. Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Yes. You've done
Pretty cool picture.
You've done a great service. That means that we don't have to do it. So
Hell
thank you.
yeah.
Merry
go.
Christmas.
To me and you, right?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. And
Beautiful.
happy Hanukkah, Marv.
There you go.
So, with that in mind, obviously the Christmas is coming up. It's just a few days away at this point, and we do have a fun-filled Christmas-themed episode ready to go here. So, shall we move on to our holiday tier list?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All
Yes,
right.
yes.
So I did not make this, and this was the one I found the most comprehensive though.
Oh.
Okay, I guess when I zoom in, the sliders stay the same size. That's annoying. We'll just leave it
Hey,
at
as
that,
long
I
as we have
guess.
Hanukkah on here, we're good.
Do we?
Well,
I'm not even sure. It's Mother's Day. That's a tough one to read. I don't know if Hanukkah's on here. Well, I can find a different one if you'd rather.
I've
But
never celebrated
okay.
Hanukkah in my life.
Well, this is just a standard US holiday. There are a lot of different versions, but a lot of them have UK holidays and stuff, and I just thought this was the most comprehensive, the easiest to read as well. Some of them didn't have like
Mhm.
names on them, so it's just like it's kind of hard to see. But and obviously, white text on a bright blue is not smart by whoever made this, but whatever. Thank you for the tier list, whoever you are.
Yeah,
Shout
what
out.
is the white text on the bright blue?
That is Mother's Day. Uh, so, but
F.
we'll get to it when we get to it. All right. So our tiers for oh shit, let me share the screen. Sorry, apologies. So our tiers for this tier list are at the very top we have goated. Right below it we have lovely
Hell
time.
yeah.
Right below that we have good enough or cool enough rather. Below
Mhm,
that
mhm,
we have
mhm.
at least it's a day off. Below that we have
Okay,
kinda
okay.
sucks. And then below that we have F for fucking dog shit. And then we
Oh,
just
that
have
is just.
and then we have an exempt tier for ones that maybe we don't celebrate and we don't want to rank, obviously. So starting up first, we got Christmas, of course, the elephant in the room here, the man of the hour, if you will.
Goated.
Goated.
Yeah, I think it's a very easy goated pick. It's
If
become quite
it's
a universal holiday as well. I feel it's not really tied to the religion anymore, though obviously it is still inherently religious, but it's become more of a regional
It
U.S.
has a
Western
religion to
holiday.
it. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Profi,
it's
you got to be kidding me, right?
I'm kidding,
It's Jesus.
guys. God.
yeah, but that's kind of my point, right? Like a lot of the pop culture and just how we view Christmas now is more of just a Western holiday, more so than just Christian. Obviously, Christians still do stuff on Christmas, but
Yo, yo.
the attitude has changed overall. But I mean,
Right.
it really is just one of the best for sure. Absolutely, not even close. Great food, great togetherness, great family time. Everyone gets gifts. It's really fun, especially as a kid. Getting the gifts is always a lot of fun. So yeah, big time, no brainer. I don't even know why I'm still rambling about it. Next up,
There
Halloween.
you go.
Dude, real quick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. One also goated, but real quick on Christmas. This is my first year getting to cook for the family, so I'm
Goated.
really excited.
Nice.
Goated. I'll make a comment on Halloween, okay? I think it's goated, but it has the potential to be above goated.
If it was a day off.
No. If people
Okay.
actually cared about it
You
and
don't think
actually
people
put
care?
Yeah,
into it.
I
Listen,
think no,
maybe
what
where I
he's saying.
live, maybe where I
I
live.
think if the whole town, like the whole city of everywhere, celebrates Halloween, it's so
Yes,
much
bro.
more fun.
So much more
Where
fun, bro.
like it's fun obviously with friends and family and whatnot, but I think it'd be even more fun if you have the whole town like elevating that, because like then the spirit is massive.
I don't
Okay.
want to. I don't want to be the only one, you know, going to work dressed as fucking Dracula or something. And then
Sure.
I look over to my coworker and he's dressed like fucking Bob the Builder or something. You know what I mean? So like,
Sure. I understand that point.
Yeah, if I want to be a slutty nurse at the bank, why can't I?
then let me know.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and take pictures, send them to me.
oh my,
But
whoa,
yeah, so
whoa, get a room.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
with you
I
guys
think
in
it's still
goaded.
goaded.
I think it's
Still
so much
goaded.
fun. See, for me, the thing that would make it better is if not All Hallows Eve, not All Hallows Eve, which is Halloween, not October 31st, but November 1st, All Saints Day. If that was a holiday, that would be awesome because
Mm,
then you don't have to worry about like, fuck, I have work the next day on Halloween, and so many people call in anyways. Or if you go to school, like I attending college and everything, like the
yep.
classrooms the day after are always empty anyway. Like nobody shows up because everyone's out partying all night. So if you just made the
Mhm.
next day a holiday, you would eliminate that problem in society. So that would be the thing that would set it up even better for me too. But yeah, goated for sure.
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
Goated.
No. This is
No,
like a B tier.
really.
It's for sure goated.
You don't think what's your argument for cool enough?
I
Assuming that's
mean,
your B
all
tier.
it New Year's Eve is just like an excuse to drink, which like I guess July 4th is kind of the same, but July 4th has better weather. It's a better environment.
I mean, I see it as a time to set new goals for yourself, or
Oh,
you know, things.
that's another negative though, because nobody actually follows through on that shit.
Well, I mean, I do. To me, it's goated. Okay.
uh yeah, so I actually in recent years I used to not be too big of a New Year's Eve fan. Like as a kid, it was the day that's like, oh, I could stay up till midnight type of thing, and that was fun. But
Mm,
now there's a lot more utility to it for me in a way. I do like the weather. I prefer colder weather. So I like that. I like the fact that at least for the West Coast, we know that like the rest of the country has already been a part of the party and we're just like we're the last ones in. And that's to me that's fun. I don't know if other people on the West Coast feel the same way, but to me that's kind of fun that there's already a party going on in some parts of the world and we're going to be the fashionably late ones in a way. So that's fun. I love getting together with not just family but also friends, which sometimes Christmas is exclusive to families, right? Sometimes, not all the time,
mm.
but this is more of a big blowout party type of thing. You can get fireworks for this as well. I love this a lot. To compromise with Jacob, I think Lovely Time is still a good middle ground here.
I think having it in goaded is just too much because at this point we're gonna put so many holidays in goaded.
There are going to be a lot of goaded holidays for sure, but I think there might be a lot of also kind of sucks or F for fucking dog shit. We'll see. But there are a couple here that I know, like I don't give a single shit about, like you know. But we'll compromise. I would probably put it in goaded too, but to compensate for Jacob's cool enough, we'll do Lovely
I'm
Time.
willing to put it, depending on how the St. Patrick's Day one goes. I'm willing to move up the New Year's Day selection, or sorry, New Year's Eve selection to get St. Patrick's Day higher.
Okay, we'll see how that goes. We'll see.
Okay.
All right, Martin Luther King Day. Big time holiday. It's the 1 January holiday we get.
Yeah.
It is also a federal holiday. So I think at the very least it's a day off for sure. But
Yeah,
I think it does have a lot of cultural significance as well. So I would give it a cool
Definitely
enough.
does. Especially where I'm from
yeah.
over here.
And
I mean, we don't really do anything for it, but
right.
it is very, very significant, and it's a day that needs to be honored. So I'm cool with cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. That's you took the words right out of my mouth. It's a good holiday. It's a someone that needs to be remembered. But
Hmm.
nothing specific about it that we do like with New Year's or Christmas. Groundhog Day. This
Yep.
is one of those that I was just talking about. F for fucking. I could not
S
give
here.
a shit about
What is
Groundhog Day.
groundhog?
Groundhog Day is a day in like I don't even know what day it is, but it's a day in mid-February where a groundhog comes out of the ground in some bumfuck
What?
town in the Rust Belt, and
What?
if the
You don't know
groundhog,
about this?
if the
Rosie doesn't know about this?
No.
this is a very American folklore holiday, and if the groundhog
God,
sees his
bro.
shadow, it's a long spring, right? Or if he doesn't see his shadow, it's a long spring.
What?
It's either
No.
way.
If he sees his shadow, it's a long winter.
That's right. Yeah. So if he sees a shadow, it's going to be a long winter. If he
That
doesn't,
sounds
it's a short winter,
that
and the weather will get warmer quicker. Yeah, that's the whole thing of
that
the holiday. That's it. That's the gimmick.
that sounds like some don't starve shit, bro.
It's so dumb.
It's terrible. I don't understand. I don't know if anyone really like,
The
you
amount
have
of
to be.
media coverage that it gets is so annoying.
Yeah.
I've never heard about this.
I can't believe it. I mean, no, I do believe it, but I'm surprised you haven't heard about it at the very
Never,
least
never. I
because
have no clue what that is.
yeah, because there
Have you
is
not heard of
a
the
lot of
movie
media
Groundhog Day?
coverage.
I
Yeah, Groundhog Day, starring Bill Murray. He has to replay the same day over and over again.
Really good movie.
Yeah. You
that
never heard of that movie either?
no, that sounds like dog shit too.
Oh, all
No,
right.
it's a good movie.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah, sure.
It sounded silly in my head.
Okay.
Listen, I'm just shocked. I had no clue. A groundhog comes And then the shadow length. I don't know, man. I believe you guys.
It's an American folklore holiday. That's really all it is, and people die by it, I guess. But I could not.
It's
give
so
less of a fuck.
insignificant that Baruffi had no idea it existed.
Exactly. Yeah.
I did not. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. For
Now you know of a
explaining.
new holiday. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Chinese New Year's up next. I think this one is cool enough, which is funny because that's literally a thing here. But I don't celebrate it or recognize it at all, so I don't care. But I think like the theming is cool enough, you know.
My favorite part of Chinese New Year is the limited edition skins on video games that come out from it.
Yeah. Real.
That's a good argument. Yeah.
Real.
So like, and we don't even get days off for it, so it can't be in that tier. Like, it can't be like in our C tier here. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't celebrate it or anything, but I think it's kind of cool. You know,
it kind of sucks.
You think it kind of sucks?
I like it. Just like it's a random day I see while I'm browsing.
Bro, if you lived in China, you would be saying this fucking holiday is goated.
It would be the only one that's goated, probably.
Well, guess
we
what?
wouldn't be
I'm
allowed
not in
to.
China.
That's a fair point. Yeah, we do have the First Amendment.
There we go.
You gotta admit, like, watching the videos in China of them celebrating Chinese New Year, it looks lit. It looks so much fun.
That's what I'm saying. I think it, like, the theming and stuff is pretty cool. I love the dragon dance and stuff. I think that's fun, but I don't celebrate it. So that's kind of where my crossroads is. But
that's fair.
Well, I guess
can we put it in the exempt list then?
Okay, I think that's fair as well. We'll leave it exempt because we don't really have
that
a true C tier
here.
Fair.
We don't know.
know.
Yeah. We don't know how to actually validate it.
So yeah, we'll do exempt there. This next one is Mardi Gras. Don't celebrate it again. It's a New Orleans holiday.
It looks like a lot of fun.
That's their Chinese New Year. That's their shit.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, kind of. It's the same time of year
exempt,
too.
Probably exempt, right?
It does look fun, but yeah, I would say exempt. I don't know enough about it.
Agreed.
I don't celebrate it. So Valentine's Day, I've got a take for this one.
Guys.
I've got a take. F. Yes,
so
Jacob.
No,
yes,
guys.
F for fucking dog shit.
Oh, guys. No.
This holiday is the dumbest fucking thing to ever exist.
Stupidest thing ever. Stupidest thing ever. There is no significance.
You shouldn't need an excuse to see your significant other.
It's not an excuse. It's just nice. Like, love is in the air.
It's not though.
That's fine, but it's an
excuse to see your significant other, and it's a big fuck you to all the single people.
It's not only that though. It's a corporate holiday. Everybody can advertise and shit, and they make a bunch of money off of you. You're a shill on that day. That's horrible. I hate that day so much. It sucks.
Shitty day.
Not just kinda. It really sucks.
Sorry for being romantic, guys.
Yeah, you should apologize. Actually, I guess to compromise and average it out, we'll put it in kind of sucks. So. But I think Jacob and I are pretty passionate about fucking dog shit.
Yeah, it fucking sucks.
President's Day. I mean, you could maybe argue the same for MLK Day, but I would say at least it's a day off. It's not a specific president. There are a lot of really shitty presidents in U.S. history, but you do get at least federally, it's a federal holiday, so most people get the day off. I don't know.
Yeah, I get the day off, so I'm cool with it.
All right, yeah. So are we good with at least it's a day off? Because it's kind of a holiday like this is kind of why this tier exists in the first place.
Yeah.
So we kind of have to use it.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
St. Patrick's Day. This is the one that Jacob was talking about.
At minimum, it's a lovely time.
It's
a lovely time.
Kind of sucks, bro.
Look,
let me tell you, bro.
Brophy, what's your fucking beef right now?
Yeah, what's your argument?
It just doesn't mean anything, bro. People just wear green.
Whoa.
Tell me I'm wrong.
It is a day to celebrate Irish heritage and St. Patrick, who...
Rah. Yeah.
All right.
Boston Celtics. All like, yeah, I don't care about the Celtics.
Brophy, fuck you, because this is my literal culture. I'm Irish.
I don't care about the Celtics.
Look, we're not.
I don't care about the Celtics either.
We're not going to go down to kind of.
This holiday is great.
It reminds me of the Celtics, and I hate the Celtics.
It's a fun holiday. The theming is fun. The excuse to party
The
and
weather
stuff
is
fun.
perfect.
The weather is
The
nice.
weather is beautiful.
So I understand Jacob's argument for goated, which is what he wants, and at the very least, lovely time. I'm gonna say good enough. Or no, we're gonna say bottom of lovely time because there is a good theme to it. There is like
fuck Barufi, I
a
guess.
cultural reason for it.
Broofy, to make you feel better, put New Year's Eve in goated.
Let's go.
That's
go.
our compromise, baby.
All right,
Let's go.
the art of the deal
Yeah,
over here.
fuck yeah, Sam Patties. Can't wait for it.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough. Next up, we have Easter.
I have a fond memory of Easter.
Growing up, this holiday was a lovely time, if not goated.
Yeah.
As an adult who doesn't have kids quite yet, this is just a day off.
Quite yet.
My parents used to hide chocolate around the house and put bunny steps for me to search for it, like hunt for the. You guys know what I'm talking about, and it was so fun. I used to fucking love it. I have fun memories of it, so it's kind of hard for me to place it down and something I want to do in the future. So for me, I think it's cool enough for a lovely time.
I'm cool enough.
Yeah, similar for me. Obviously less significant as you get older, especially for someone who is not religious at all. Like a lot of that significance is gone in it, and it is kind of a dying holiday as well as society becomes more secular. This is one that's kind of thrown away because it is about the resurrection of Christ, right? So,
yep,
definitely less significance, I would say. As we get older, as society moves forward, but yeah, fond memories, good nostalgia for the egg hunts were a lot of fun as a kid. And again, the food I enjoy too. It's very similar to the Christmas platter that we usually eat in our household. So I would go with cool enough. More theming than MLK.
We typically do fried chicken for Easter.
Okay, interesting. All right. Next up, we got April Fool's Day. This could be a controversial
one. Growing up, I actually, Loki, even as an adult, fuck this holiday.
Really? Why is that?
Fuck this holiday. Because the entire day I can't just scroll Twitter. Everything is a lie.
It's the one day of the year you gotta really be on your toes. You know what I mean?
You can't. Don't talk to anybody. Just stay home.
Nope.
Look,
I remember.
Go ahead.
This April Fool's, I went up to my coworker, and I told her, "Did you see Trump died?" And she was super excited about it.
For it.
Yeah, she's super like leftist. Like she loved it, and I was like, "It's April Fool's." Like she didn't talk to me for like a week, bro. That was a lovely time.
Super based.
That's hilarious.
Wow.
Wow.
And obviously, guys, not because I wanted to make fun of her, but it was just super funny, super good.
That's nice. For me, I'm a prankster type. I like to play practical jokes on people. I like to be mischievous and fool around. So I do have fun on this holiday. I haven't done any really elaborate pranks in a few years, which is always something that I've kind of known for, but I do still love the holiday. I'm very partial to it, but significance wise, it's not that big. It is really just kind of an excuse for a lot of people to be a shithead. So I would go with cool enough, maybe about there.
Yeah. Okay.
Fantastic. Next up, tax day. Get the fuck out of here. Fuck
what
you.
The fuck is that,
fuck
bro?
you, government. It's the day that the government collects taxes.
F for fucking dog shit.
Yeah.
Hell no,
fuck you,
bro.
Government. Fuck you, man.
On God. Shit. If you're listening to this government, though, we love you.
Oh
yeah.
No.
Wink, wink,
we could be critical of our government. We have the First Amendment. Remember?
Fuck you. True.
Fuck
or
you.
So they say, right? Or so they say.
Yeah, so they say. But I do vote. I do participate.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Earth Day.
Wait, actually go to.
I think this holiday is fucking stupid.
What?
All right, I gotta hear arguments.
Nah,
I mean,
you go
you
first.
should be taking care of the Earth every day. Like us having a day to just be like, "Yay, Earth!" Like you need to go green, like this and that. And get attention to it is fucking stupid. Like, just be a decent human and don't litter. Like, take
You
care of the
see, to
planet.
you that's easy. To you that's easy to understand. A lot of people don't understand that.
But
They don't understand that
okay,
they have to
so
take care of their
so
home.
counter argument then. Do you think the people who don't understand that you should do that every day of the year are gonna buckle down and decide to do it on April 22nd?
No, but if they don't do it at all, it doesn't do anything.
But yeah, that's my point. Like the people who don't have the like awareness to do it year round, every day, all the time, they're not gonna do it on April 22nd. Like
Yeah, but
there's nothing about that day.
it sheds a little hope at the very least.
It gives him some disbelief.
But nothing
There you go.
changes. Nothing changes during the day. Like nothing happens. I remember back in the day, if
I volunteered during Earth Day. It was pretty dope.
okay, well, you're like one of the 3% of people that do. I mean, a lot
There
of
you
people
go.
don't have the time. Number one, to volunteer a whole day. That's not a holiday. That's not a. At
Yeah.
least it's a day off, right?
Right.
But yeah, it's like just think about shopping centers, okay? And I promise this analogy makes sense. Think about shopping centers and think about how many rogue shopping carts there are in the parking lot. And some of them
I
take
hear
up that
you.
parking spot, and you're like, who the fuck put this there? And now I can't fucking park here. These fucking animals. Like, these are horrible,
There you
horrible
go.
people. These are the
There you
same
go.
people who litter, who don't have the awareness to take care of the earth around them. And they're probably also Holocaust deniers.
There you go. There you go.
So
Been seeing a lot of these on Twitter recently as well.
yeah. So like I understand the idea of bringing awareness to it, similar to like MLK Day in that regard, but I like nobody, very few people give a shit about this, and it's sad, yeah, but like again, I can do this every day, similar to Valentine's, so I'm gonna put it in kind of sucks, as long as you guys agree on that compromise there.
Yeah, I think this is a shit holiday.
And again, it's not because we hate the Earth.
No, we love the Earth. We're
No,
actually
you
very
definitely hate
grateful.
the Earth. You definitely litter.
Yeah, you're right. I
Yeah.
I burn down houses for
Bru-
fun.
Broofy,
Yeah.
10 seconds ago. You have the mental capacity to be aware of being a good person. 2
Yeah.
seconds later, you actually hate the Earth.
No, you definitely do.
Yeah, it's true actually.
I was just trying to.
Broofy is a facts denier.
Yeah. Well, you
I
know
was
what?
just trying to keep it light for the audience, but
Yeah.
sometimes you just have to say it.
No,
Oh, fuck
but,
me,
but you're
man.
right, man. And that's why we're not staying here. That's why Elon Musk, Dogecoin to the moon. He's gonna send us to Mars, and we're gonna make a new home there, and we're gonna destroy that as well. And
Did
it's
you
gonna be
guys-
it's
It's
gonna
gonna
be
be
all right.
huge.
It's gonna
Did
be
you guys
huge.
invest? Did you guys invest in the Hawk Coin?
No, we didn't. Thank
Yeah,
God.
it is good for the planet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Support Hawks.
There you go. There you go, guys.
Yeah. Crazy scam.
Okay, do we fall in the category of we think she's so stupid that she didn't know what was going on?
I definitely think that's what happened. I definitely think that's what happened.
I don't know if it's stupid.
It's super possible.
I don't know if it's stupid. I think it's just ignorance. So like, cause she has managers and she has people that are handling all of her financials and stuff. And this is something that she did as soon as she got really famous, right? She didn't make any official accounts for a few weeks because she got like management and stuff. She played it smart in that regard, but I think those management people also are taking advantage of her in that way too, because she's not a very smart person in general. She doesn't have any like skills in that regard. So
Oh no, I think her head game is very smart. Gets
well,
lubricant out there.
I'm glad that you somehow managed to experience that.
Yeah.
Good for you, I guess. Listen. Arbor Day, everyone. Arbor Day.
Huh?
I mean,
It's literally just Earth Day.
but
You
Spanish.
go outside and plant trees. That's what it is. That's a holiday where people are encouraged to go outside and plant a tree. That's it. So basically Earth Day, but less so and less known.
Do you partake?
No, I don't plant trees. I burn them. Remember?
Top.
True.
I
Yeah, you
apologize.
told us what we do.
Yeah.
Guys, listen. Long day. Beat that team from San Francisco. I'm trying to get my head together.
No, sure. Okay, next
Devon A.
up
Chen.
is May Day, and you might not be familiar with this one, but it's basically Labor Day. I don't know why.
How do you know? How do you know these things? How do you know these things?
I mean, what do you mean? These are
How do you
like
know? Come on.
what?
May Day?
Yes. You want to know why? You want to know? Okay, this is a really funny thing. This is a really, really funny story about May Day. Okay, so there was the May Day started as a cultural response to a movement in the late 19th century in America. I believe it was actually the Haymarket Riot, maybe, in Chicago, where people were protesting. They wanted higher pay. These labor workers, and a riot started because the police shot someone or something like that, and like it became a big thing, and it became a really big story, a big cultural story. It was a big some of the people in there were supposed socialists, and that was a big thing, for our government to try to put a scare on the movement and everything. And so basically what had happened was the rest of the world had adopted May Day as their Labor Day holiday, but then we, despite the fact that everyone's celebrating something that happened here, we changed it to Labor Day, which is what we recognize. It is really bizarre stuff. But yeah, so that's it. Everywhere else it's May Day. Here it's Labor Day. It's really weird.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Thank you.
Yeah.
At least a day off.
I guess so. I guess for me, there's a little bit more significance having like fresh off of a history class where we did talk about some of the labor revolutions and things like that, and how we got the 8-hour workday versus the 12-hour workday and stuff. So there is a cultural significance to this. I know there are people that criticize Labor Day for some reason, which is really bizarre to me. It's like, do you really want to be working in a manufacturing factory for 12 hours a day, 6 days a week, where you make 40 cents an hour? No. And the reason is because of movements that occurred in that riot, that it incited some change.
Wasn't that with Carnegie Steel?
There were subsequent riots with Carnegie Steel at the time. So yeah, absolutely. And I'm not sure which ones came first, but I think the Carnegie Steel, what was the plant called? Fuck.
It was in Pennsylvania.
The Homestead, Pennsylvania, I think it was. That I think happened in 1892.
Yeah,
So,
it was early, or it was late 1800s. It wasn't 1900s.
Yeah, so late 19th century as well. So around the same time, these things happened for sure. So they could have, in a way correlated. But I do know that May Day in particular was built around or centered around that specific event with the riot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you like historical documentaries, Men Who Built America, highly recommend.
Nice. So yeah, I'm in for at least it's a day out. It can't be lower than this because of this cultural significance, especially in America.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah.
All right. Cinco de Mayo. Do you guys even celebrate Cinco de Mayo?
I actually hate this holiday because it's a white people holiday for something that isn't related to them.
Yeah, it is. It is primarily a white people holiday. A lot of people think that this is the day of Mexican independence, actually, from Spain.
It's not.
Which is not correct, right? Mexican independence is actually September 16th. Cinco de Mayo represents the Battle of Puebla Day, which did occur in Mexico, in Puebla, I'm pretty sure, Puebla, Mexico. And it's like a regionally celebrated holiday there, where they celebrate it there in that specific area, but not really much throughout the rest of the country. And then obviously, yeah, here in America, we kind of co-opted it to like this, recognition of Mexican culture and shit. And I think it kind of sucks. Like, you don't need a day to celebrate that stuff. You can eat tacos whenever you want. And I don't know how many people, like, there might be some people that only eat tacos on Cinco de Mayo. Like, I have no idea, but that to me is a really bizarre
Do you think
mindset in the
that's a
first
real
place.
human being?
I think there are probably a lot of people that do that. I think so, especially in
Oh,
predominantly white neighborhoods. I could imagine that they probably do a big cookout on Cinco de Mayo with everybody, like a block party or something. But maybe I'm wrong,
mm,
But yeah, I think this kind of sucks.
I hear you. Okay.
Do you have any thoughts on it, Broofy?
I only ever heard about it. Doesn't never really did anything about it. So there you go. Hope to helped.
Fantastic, yeah, awesome
There you
stuff.
go.
Yeah, all right. Mother's Day, and we'll do Father's Day as well in tandem here. Mother's
Both
Day and
goaded.
Father's Day. You
Both
really think
goaded.
so? I honestly, and this is not a dig at any mothers or fathers, including my own, but I think the holiday kind of sucks. I think it's a really weird. It's another one of those corporatized holidays where you are incentivizing, or not even incentivizing, because there's no
To spend
incentive to
money.
it. But you're basically pressuring, and in this case, it's like children, where you're pressuring children to spend money to give a parent a gift on a arbitrary day that doesn't have any significance historically or culturally. And like, you could celebrate your mother and father every day. You don't have to pick a day to celebrate it. And you also have birthdays already for these people.
It's the
My
same thing
God.
that I feel. Yeah, it's the same way that I feel about Valentine's Day. You don't need an excuse to celebrate someone that you love. Just do it. Um, but also, I can only celebrate one of these days, so
Fair enough. Yeah, that's the other argument, right? And there's been a lot of pressure, not a lot, but a very vocal minority of people in recent years that have both like said or suggested that one of the two holidays should be removed because of whatever fucking bullshit reason they have in their head. But look, I think you can't have one without the other, but neither of them should exist. I guess ideally, I don't even know. Like, if I become a parent, I probably won't like partake in that kind of thing. I think that's really weird to like
I
expect
also
my child to
I low
do that.
key hate both of these holidays. One, I hate Mother's Day because I don't have a good mother, but I hate Father's Day because the way Father's Day is sold to the American populace is buy your dad tools, buy him something that he can use to work with, or this or that. And then for like Mother's Day, it's like get her a gift, like flowers, get her food, chocolates. Like, why is there no like take care of your father? It's just get him something to work with.
Well, I think I mean, obviously you get the flower thing and food or whatever for the Mother's Day, but I think that there is this utility thing with Mother's Day as well, where maybe you buy, culturally at least, a lot of people are pressured to like buy cookware or something, and that's not exactly right to me either. Oh,
I
obviously.
haven't seen that, but that is fucked up.
Right. It's putting people in a box that isn't necessarily
Mhm.
what people believe in. And if they do believe in it, that's totally fine. Respect where it needs to be given. But yeah,
Yeah.
as far as these for holidays, the practicality is not there. It's very heavily corporatized to me. Yeah, I think these kind of suck. Again, not a dig at any parents or my own. Just it's kind of stupid.
I think it just mostly goes with my personality. I love giving gifts,
Yeah,
and
me too. I mean, I'm all for that, but I don't need a day to dictate when I give
no,
gifts.
I know, but I don't look at it that way. Take it for how it is, and I
Mm,
take advantage of it. You know what I mean?
sure. So my thing is like I would be, I guess, open to putting these in cool enough, but then I would feel like we'd be obligated to put the Valentine's in cool enough as well. And I don't know if I'm good with Valentine's in cool enough. You know what I
You
mean?
can leave it as is.
Okay. I just feel bad. I think we're kind of like we're, Jacob and I are majority
But then, I
ruling
mean,
here.
but then we have to use the same argument for Memorial, like, oh, you don't have to do this, you know,
Sure.
only on this day, like, you know, it's the same argument for that one.
I mean, yeah, and to a point, you're right. You can argue this for 90% of these as well. But with Memorial Day, for me, there isn't this corporatized message about it where you're pressured to
Not the
celebrate.
corporate part of it, but the part of it, you know, you don't have to celebrate it on that
Yes,
day. You can
yes,
do
you're
it
right.
any day.
You're right about that. Yeah. But the big deal for me is the corporatized thing with
I
these
hear you.
three.
I hear you.
It's really annoying, and it just gives made big businesses.
You don't
more
like
instead of make
walking
money.
into Walmart during Valentine's Day and just seeing all the cute
No,
chocolates and
No,
flowers. No.
I hate
dude,
that.
we're single. It sucks.
Oh, it's not even just that. It's just they're pandering. You know, like I think it's stupid. Yeah. If you like it, that's totally fine. I respect your opinion, but yeah, not for me. Memorial Day to me is cool enough, though. You know, I do like the American theming of everything. I love this country, as imperfect as we are. Uh, but I do like celebrating it. I do like celebrating the people that died for this country. You know, but I like the theming. I like the food. I like it's kind of
The way you said that, dude. Let me get a play by play.
I do like celebrating the people who died for this country.
I didn't think it would be that funny. I mean, I
Dude,
I did it in a silly voice,
that
but
just landed. That just
No,
landed
bro,
so
but
well.
like, man, I just
Fantastic.
love those damn people who died. You know, like what?
celebrate the people who died from the holiday for this country.
Jeez, bro. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, for sure.
And the food's good. Like this is the first like incentive into like doing summer activities and summer culture, so that's always fun too. If you have a
Mhm.
swimming pool, this is usually like the first time you go into it. Sometimes, you know. Okay. Flag Day. Um, I mean, Flag Day is just
F.
celebrating the flag. So, like, fuck it. You know, again, the American theming's cool. I do raise a flag for Flag Day, but that's it. Like, you know, it's just kind of a shit holiday when we have other good ones commemorating the country. So, yeah, I'm with it.
Right.
Juneteenth. This is a new one. Joe
Okay,
Biden.
can I take the reign on this one?
Okay, real quick. Just let me describe what it is.
Okay.
A couple years ago, Joe Biden did sign an order, and Congress did pass it to make Juneteenth a federal holiday. Juneteenth is the historical documentation or the day that the slaves were emancipated with the 13th Amendment. So that is the historical background of this day.
Okay.
This holiday is goaded. And my whole explanation why is it gives Black people and minorities who were harmed by the slavery in America a day to feel validated and heard for the atrocities that their families had to go through.
Yep.
I agree.
I can agree more.
I think it's a good holiday. I think it's really important. I don't think it's goaded though. You know, it is a federal holiday, so you get that recognition. But to me, it's very much in line with MLK Day, where it's cool enough. You know, I don't know if it has, especially yet, at least, it has the same significance culturally through and through as like Christmas, Halloween, and New Year's. So I can't agree with goated status, though. I like where your head's at. You know, it is an important thing to recognize, and it's a good thing that we have it now.
Mhm.
So
Dude, I had
I'm
this
in with cool enough.
experience. I had this experience working at Fidelity this year. Whenever because we put up signs to tell people in advance that we're going to have a federal holiday off every single time that we have one, even though people should know federal holidays, banks are closed.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so we had the signage up to show that we were going to not be working on Juneteenth. And this old white lady comes in and starts reprimanding one of our African American employees and telling her that she doesn't deserve to have Juneteenth off and that it's a ridiculous holiday. And I have I do not have any proponents for assaulting women or hitting women in any way, but that was probably the most I've ever wanted to just get in the way of someone and just cuss them out. I was so extremely infuriated. Like,
It is a really bizarre thing, and you could say that about just the whole institution and idea of racism. It is a very, very odd, just bizarre thing. Like if you aren't racist, it is so hard to wrap your head around someone who is. Like it's very
it
difficult
takes
to.
so much more effort to be racist than
Yeah,
to just be accepting of
no,
others.
you're absolutely right. Yeah. So yeah, that woman, that lady sucks. Thank you for not name dropping or anything like that. But and it
Right.
it is a sad reflection that there are a lot of people like that in society in general. It's a real shame. But look, this is like a good step, right? Where we are celebrating something like Juneteenth, and you're moving forward in that kind of way, and hopefully, eventually, you can, not to preach on a soapbox here, but hopefully, we can finish the job. We're because we made a lot of progress, but we're not quite there yet. We're not totally finished.
Right.
But yeah, so cool enough holiday. Definitely for me, like very similar to MLK Day. Just celebrating a person and his legacy, and celebrating an event that has altered the lives of millions of people. So, all right. Now, if you guys aren't okay with cool enough, we can move it up. But if you guys would
I'm
Cool
rather,
fine
enough
with
makes
that.
sense.
okay, all right. 4th of July, Independence Day, American Independence Day. I know where I want
Goated.
this.
I want this in goaded.
I do as well, Barufi.
I won't say no to it.
Okay, where would you put it? Lovely time.
Probably lovely time.
Okay, yeah,
I think I have more fun on July 4th than any other holiday.
I have a lot of fun too. I love the food. I love getting together. I love having a big party. I love, drinking's another additive thing with the food, right? The fireworks are so, I have so much fun with fireworks. I love putting up a show every year. I do fountains, and then allegedly illegal aerial fireworks as well, because they're illegal in the state of California, but allegedly doing some of that, maybe, perhaps, sometimes, but it's a lot of fun. I do take photos of them too. If you follow me on Instagram, you've probably seen some of those exposures. A lot of fun. Love this holiday a lot.
Mhm.
All right,
It's the goat for me personally.
certainly a contender. I mean, I could any day of the week I could change between those four probably. Uh, Columbus / Indigenous Peoples Day. What do we think about this one? It's been pretty controversial in recent years as
Formerly
well.
Columbus Day, F tier, Indigenous Peoples Day, cool enough.
All right, we're pretty much right in line with each other. Yeah.
I think so, yeah.
Now, what I do wish, and this is part of the reason, maybe perhaps, that we don't have like All Saints Day off yet, is because we have too many holidays, quote unquote. Although that's kind of bullshit in the first place. But if there is one that you would remove to
It's
make
probably
it
this one.
work, it would be this one. Yeah.
Or President's Day.
Or yeah, perhaps, or like Lincoln's birthday, which isn't even on here. But a lot of places aren't even closed for Lincoln's birthday anymore, I don't think. So but yeah, anyway. Veterans Day, another one very similar to Memorial Day in my opinion, although the theming and stuff isn't quite as strong, so maybe there's that argument there where it's, at least it's a day off, but as far as meaning about it, it's pretty much on par with Memorial, so I think cool enough is good. If you guys want it down in at least it's a day off, I get that too.
No, it's okay.
Yeah,
As it is, yeah,
I'm
I think
cool
so.
with this. Yeah.
All right. And then last but not least, we've got Thanksgiving, probably another heavy hitter here. What do you guys think?
Just lovely time for me.
It's a lovely time. I low key get exhausted as fuck with Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It's so much eating, and I'm not a big fan of Thanksgiving dinner.
Oh, okay.
So,
It was cool for me like the first few years when I was in the US. Now to me is just a day to spend a lot of time outside the house. Yeah.
yeah, it's really draining on my social battery.
Okay.
1000%.
Those are fair arguments. I love Thanksgiving as well. Not as much as these four, so I definitely agree with lovely time here. But I am a fan of the food, quite a bit. At least the meal that my family puts together, and I've helped prepare it a few times as well. So hopefully once there's that time to pass the torch, I can do a decent enough job at it. But yeah, I enjoy Thanksgiving, and it's not like you guys don't either. It's in lovely time for a reason. So it's a great holiday. This is our tier list though. I think we did pretty good. Barufi's definitely got some he disagrees with, but for the most part,
This is not the
I
belt
thought
I was expecting, to be
I was
honest.
pretty happy. I think.
yeah,
I'm really happy with it. I'm glad that we were a little bit more critical because, like, obviously with holidays, the bell curve could have been more so just like top heavy.
yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, and it probably is for a lot of other people too, where like if it was just Barufi doing the tier list, Valentine's, Mother's, and Father's Day would be higher up as well. So that kind of
Yeah.
would sway the bell curve a certain way too. And probably a lot of people are like that too. I think we actually have the unpopular opinions there, generally speaking. But
Probably.
yeah, but yeah, a lot of fun holidays. I love holidays. Most people love holidays. There should be more holidays because why the
Let's
fuck
go
not?
holidays.
Yeah. All right. That's our holiday tier list. That was a lot of fun. And now
Less
we're gonna.
corporate greed holidays, though.
Yes, please. Yes. More stuff commemorating people, or events. Um, all right. Now we have a slate of drafts to engage with. I don't know how I would word that, but here we are. First one is Christmas gifts, childhood Christmas gifts. So like, your favorite gifts that you got as a child on Christmas morning, yada yada, right? And we're gonna decide the
Is
orders
it our
here.
personal list, or are we just saying
So yeah, it could be like
what would be the best gift?
So it could be stuff that you've gotten before as a child that was like, really rock your world if you remember stuff that you got, or it can be more generic stuff, that a lot of kids in general would really love to have, yeah, as a Christmas gift. So either way you guys want to approach it is good with me. Let's go to the picker wheel. We've got two more after this as well. So this is just the first one, but we're going to decide the order now.
Mm-hmm.
All right, I got the 1-1 it seems. I don't know how
I'll
much I
never get the
like.
1-1.
I don't know how much I like the 1-1 here. But we'll see. We'll see. Next up. Ooh. All right, Jacob, you got the 1-2. Interesting. And then Broofy with the 1-3.
Broofy, are you a PlayStation gamer?
I'm not gonna answer
All right. So
that. I'm gonna answer that.
one of the biggest or most popular gifts throughout my entire childhood, and still the case, I think, through a lot of younger kids, not really younger kids, more like, middle of elementary school going into middle school kids. And look, I still have a lot of fun
You're
with these
taking
now.
Legos, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. I'm taking Legos. I still have a lot of fun with Legos now, even. Really a lot of fun to build stuff
Yeah.
and also not just build stuff that comes with the instructions or the sets, but doing whatever the fuck you want with it. It really is that very imaginative, limitless type of toy. So yeah, I love Legos. I've played with Legos for many years in my childhood, so that's got to be the 1-1 for me.
I think that was the 1-1 for me as well. Now I kind of have to take my more so privileged gift, and that's the Xbox 360. Growing up, it
Ooh.
was by far the best gift because, like, you get that first 360 and you get to play Minecraft for the first time with your cousins, and it's just so much fun. Up there also, actually, I obviously shouldn't say that. Never mind. We're gonna end the conversation there for now.
Fair enough. Yeah. All right.
Back to back, huh?
Yeah, you do have the wraparound here.
I take it. I'm pretty sure you were an Xbox gamer, right, Anthony?
I am, yes.
And then yeah, Roofy, you're probably PlayStation. That's the vibe I get.
That's not the issue here. The issue is what do I pick?
You can't just answer the question.
No, there's a few options.
You never know. He might
Okay.
take a PlayStation later.
I'm
Okay,
not gonna take a PlayStation. I
so
never got one.
okay. But listen, to be completely honest with you guys, I remember a lot of my Christmas gifts, but my absolute best gifts growing up were my birthday gifts.
Okay.
So I'm thinking to myself, okay, so just to clarify something, this draft is strictly for things that I got for Christmas.
Or general things like, as a child, what would
General
you have
things.
liked? Maybe.
Okay. Right. Okay. So I'm gonna go with a PS3 here. Growing up,
All right.
Dude, I'm telling you, that generation of gaming was the most nostalgic.
Oh, sure, absolutely. The ones that our generation
um,
grew up with. Most of
yes,
us.
Yeah.
Most of us. Not me. I did have a 360, but I grew up on other ones.
And then here for the other one, I will pick something that it was short lived. I did not have the opportunity to use it a lot, but I had some of the funnest memories using it, and it's definitely something that I want to get back to. And the only reason why I didn't get back to it was because it gives you a lot of trouble, especially for someone that doesn't know what they're doing, which was me back then, right? Definitely something I'm interested in doing in the future, though, which was
An instrument.
it's not an instrument.
Oh, mayonnaise.
My okay,
Yes.
I'm not Will Levis.
Yeah.
I'm not Will Levis. My girlfriend gave me space for Christmas, and it was a wonderful gift. And I've been getting better and better at it. But it's not my pick here. Is, and I'm not a child, right? But that right. Was a little car drone that I controlled, right?
Like a remote,
I'm not
an
even sure what.
RC car.
Yes, an RC car, and it was so fucking fun, dude. I really do want to get back to it, but it was very troublesome. Very, very troublesome, but it's super fun. Super,
Sure
super
thing.
fun.
That was on my list for sure.
Man, so many options to pick through.
There are a lot of options.
Um, do I go with fuck?
Do you fuck?
Definitely not fuck. I mean, I was a child, so
Hey,
I would.
yo.
Whoa.
Huh,
that was
Do I
something.
My first Nintendo DS, I think, is too memorable for me to not take.
Yeah,
So
it's
I'm gonna
good.
take
Okay.
a DS.
That's a good selection. You're going all gadgets so far. So I see where your priorities lie. But I'm gonna join you here for pick number 6 in this draft.
He's taking the GameCube.
No, I'm not taking the GameCube. I actually never owned a GameCube, but the generation
Oh.
after GameCube, the Nintendo Wii, was one of the most fun consoles ever, and I still play it today because so many just classic games. The whole, the new motion controls totally revolutionized the family gaming experience. So much fun, so many fond memories of the Nintendo Wii. So that's where I'm going. The other one that I grew up on though was the Nintendo 64. Never got it as a gift for Christmas, so I'm not going to pick it. But another fantastic console with a lot of awesome games.
Mm-hmm.
Next up here, though, another thing that I spent a lot of time invested in, and a lot of money, I imagine, were these things, and those are the Star Wars action figures.
Okay.
So much fun.
I had those. Yeah, I did have those.
I had so many of them. Some of them, when you're playing with them, you have Luke Skywalker lose his hand, and you actually do lose the hand. So I have a couple Luke Skywalkers that don't have any hands and stuff. But yeah, those were so much
Super
fun as a kid too.
based.
Yeah.
Now that it's back to me again, I feel like I have to finally take this because I got so many of them growing up for Christmas.
Oh, I think I know what
I feel
you're
like
taking.
no, I don't think you do. I think I'm gonna surprise you with this. I got this Beyblade Battle Arena
Oh,
for
yep.
Christmas,
You did surprise me.
and it was so much fun because I had a ton of Beyblades, and so when I got the Battle Arena, it was so much fun playing it with my cousins. We wouldn't tear up the wooden floors anymore because like you can't use them on rugs, so you had to put the Beyblades on the wood floors. So
Yeah.
it might have been a gift from my mom, honestly. But that battle arena, the Beyblade battle arena, was so much fun. I loved it.
Nice. Good pick. I never got into Beyblades, but I know they were a lot of fun for a lot of people. So,
Yeah.
did you see Timothy Chalamet? Apparently, he went to a some kind of red carpet thing for A Complete Unknown, his new film where he's
And he had a
popular.
Beyblade,
He
right?
had he pulled a Beyblade out. Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
really
I was like,
funny.
I think I might start carrying a Beyblade.
Man, he's gonna be the new Literally Me actor because like so many people find him so relatable with everything. It's really funny. He's on a
Yeah.
legendary media run. Broofy, you got a wraparound here with picks 9 and 10.
And I got some beautiful picks here.
Lovely.
Hot Wheels track.
Good
Ain't
damn
sort of-
it! I was really
Damn.
hoping
Is
I
that
would
what you
get.
thought I was gonna take?
No, I the other thing is still on my board. I thought you were gonna take. So-
Okay.
And Hot Wheels.
But
man.
I did want Hot Wheels track. Fuck, that's a
Hot
great
Wheels track.
great
yeah,
gift.
Yeah, and Max Steel action figures.
Okay.
A big thing in Brazil. I'm not sure how, but I had a big collection of them.
I'm
And,
familiar with them for sure.
and
I am too.
and I had all sorts of different ones. And I had one that would like climb him, or like he would hold himself on a rope off of the roof.
Mhm.
And I had one that looked like an astronaut and such. Like I had a bunch of them. Super fun.
Nice. Yeah.
Dude. I'm about to take a pick very similar to what Broofy just took. And this is something that me and my like if we make a graphic for this, my cousin Justin is gonna say he's probably gonna say you win, Anthony, because you have the Wii and the Legos, because he's a huge Lego guy. But I'm gonna get a very close second because the amount of times that we played with Geo Tracks growing up, dude, Geo Tracks were the shit.
Mm-hmm.
It's an X, not CKS.
Oh.
Do you know about these?
So I know you've mentioned it many times on the show before, and I know that's why I said that this was not going to be the thing you were going to select, because you've mentioned many times when I talk about Hot Wheels that you were a Geotrax person.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not. Yeah, otherwise I'm not very familiar.
Dude, I need you to pull these up so that way Brophy can see how cool Geo Tracks were. You had trains that
dope.
could attach to each other, and they were electrical. You had the handle, like look at the bottom one, the bottom row left one,
Yeah,
that silver and
looks
blue
dope.
one. Yeah, you would control it with the handle, and it would go around the track. And you had Grand Central Station. Oh my god, it was so much fun.
Zoom in, you fucking stupid piece of shit. There we go. Well,
If I can ever find Geo Tracks, my kids will have Geo Tracks growing up, and then they can be like me, telling their friends about Geo Tracks.
now I will say this is reminiscent for me of even earlier than Hot Wheels for me. Thomas the Train I was really big into. So
We did
yeah,
have Thomas the Train
yeah, and
as well.
we had tracks for those as well. So yeah, fun stuff. Nice, good pick. Maybe I don't know. I never played with them. Not gonna pretend, but yeah. So this was one. Okay, I'm gonna take this one first, not the one that I was gonna mention. The one that I kind of in tandem with Star Wars action figures that I had so much fun with for years, and it was one of my favorite like franchises / IPs at the time as well. Were TMNT figures, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
Had so much fun with those. It
I
was always fun to
never
collect.
got into
Really
TNMT. Yeah,
interesting.
I think it's really cool. It's just not something that I personally found interesting.
Yeah, yeah. That was a really big deal for me. At the time, I loved the 1990 film. Just the first one. I didn't really care for the sequels to that film, but I loved that one. The animated film.
I thought
From,
Shredder looked really cool in those.
yeah, Shredder's really cool. I did also really enjoy at the time the 2007 animated film that not a lot of people really talk about. I think there's a little bit of a resurgence now for like the animation and everything for it, but I love that movie as well. There was a board game at the time I don't remember how it's played or anything. I have very faint memories about this board game, but I would play that a lot. So yeah, I loved Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at the time. And then one that I got into a little bit later. I mean, later we're still talking like 5th grade or whatever, but this was what I thought you were gonna take potentially. Were Pokemon cards.
So I actually never got into Pokemon cards. I was a big Yu-Gi-Oh cards kid, and I thought I considered taking them.
Yeah.
But I want to go a little bit more niche with my last pick.
So I was a Pokemon guy, and then as I got a little bit older, I became sort of a Yu-Gi-Oh guy. So I got Pokemon first, and then Yu-Gi-Oh after.
Yu-Gi-Oh is a shit. I got Pokemon cards from McDonald's. That's where I got my Pokemon cards.
Nice.
Really
They still sometimes for the Happy Meals they still give them out. Fun stuff.
goaded.
All right.
Okay, so now that it's my turn again, I have to take this because it's my only pick left. And it was such a thing for me growing up. And this is Skylanders. Like
Skylanders.
the Skylanders action figures. You ever played that game?
No, this is one I'm not familiar with.
So it was a Wii game, and the characters that you
Oh,
could
you know
play
what?
with, you would have to buy in person, and then you would put the thing on the portal,
Yeah, the
and then the
amiibo.
portal would transcend them into the game.
The amiibo, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was so cool.
I am familiar with this, and I never played it, but I do recognize some of these characters here.
Goated.
All right, yeah, cool.
Dude, they did this fusion one. It was like their third iteration. It was a fusion one, and you could take the top off of them, and you could mix them, and it was so fucking cool. You look up Skylanders Fusion.
Not getting
Like just look on like some of the action figures.
okay. Well, that's art for them. It's a lot of it's art.
Is
So,
it all
but it
art?
looks like two of the things. It looks like this is like a guide for which ones combine.
Yeah, well, you can combine any of them, but like some of them had better power combinations and whatnot, and it was
Sure.
so cool.
All right,
That game
nice.
was so much fun growing up.
Yeah, I have
Such a
no
blast.
I have no experience with that one. Cool. All right, Mr.
Noted.
Irrelevant here.
I'll go with a very, very basic one that I vividly remember eagering for. So it's hard for me not to say it. Just PS3 games in general. I remember very vividly.
You gotta pick
When
one. You
I-
can't just say video games.
Okay, so I'll pick one. I'll pick one in specific
Okay.
that this game marked me because I wanted this game so bad that I got emotional when I got it, and I played the shit out of this game. I love this game, and this game was Mortal Kombat 9.
Okay.
Dude,
Mortal Kombat 9
MK9 was
the
so
shit.
good.
MK9 was the shit, bro.
All right. Okay.
MK9 saved the franchise too, because that franchise was trending
definitely
so
did.
far down.
It definitely did.
That definitely for sure. Okay.
And it was so good. I used to make smoke. Dude, that is when I became like that's when I developed the fucking brain, dude. Like I bought a headset. I used to play online. I used to talk shit like I was what, like 10, bro? Like
Bro, I became a dickhead with Black Ops 1. That was my game that I became a
my
dickhead on.
God, I was horrible, man.
I was the guy who never talked online playing games.
Right. Very fun times, yeah.
All right. Fun stuff. So that was an interesting draft. Nothing really was sniped from it except for Hot Wheels tracks. So it was nice to get some diversity here. Cool, very cool. I had the first overall pick, and I selected Legos. Then in round 2, Nintendo Wii. Then in round 3, Star Wars action figures. Then in round 4, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figures. Then in round 5, Pokemon cards. Jacob had the second overall pick, and in the first round he selected the Xbox 360. Then in the second round, the Nintendo DS. Then in round 3, the Beyblade Battle Arena. Then in round 4, Geo Tracks. And then in round 5, Skylanders. And then Barufi, he had the third overall pick, and in the first round he selected the PlayStation 3. In the second round, the remote control car. In round 3, the Hot Wheels tracks. In round 4, the Max Steel action figures. And then in round 5, Mortal Kombat 9.
God, I cooked, bro.
I think I
I think we
cooked.
all did.
Well, we're all
Yes,
gonna
yes,
cook in
yes.
our own mind, because this is like very nostalgic and stuff. But yeah,
Yep.
a lot of fun. Thank you, me, for the suggestion.
Well, yeah. Let's
We would
go.
love it.
Super base.
If any of you have made it to this point in the episode or anything like, why am I typing my name in? We haven't decided the order. If there's anybody that's listening now and you have a draft idea, please share it with us. We'd love to do viewer submitted ideas. That'd be a lot of fun. All right,
Mhm.
That would be
next
a lot of
one
fun.
is something a little bit more interesting, and I do want to caveat real quick here for this one. You can, since there are really like a limited number of true like Christmas songs, a lot of them are covers of the original song and whatever. We can pick
Mhm.
the same song, but it has to be a different artist, of course, if that makes sense. So if there's a certain rendition of a song that you like, you can pick it even if it's already been taken.
Okay.
Just to make it more fun in that way, I guess. In case you guys are running out of picks down the line. So let's see who gets the first overall pick. All right, Barufi, you got the first overall pick. Congratulations. Second
All right, I don't know
overall.
how much I wanted, but let's go.
Oops. Actually clicked you off of it. All right, looks like I'm going to get the second overall pick here. Fantastic stuff. Jacob, you are never going to get the first overall pick. It's just never going to happen.
It's all right. This one I'm not too upset about.
I'm interested to see our tastes here because we have a lot of overlap in just general music tastes. They're like Barufi, you and I have a lot of overlap, and then Jacob, you and I have a lot of overlap in that way. Like there's a Venn diagram kind of going
Mhm.
on. So I'm really interested to see your guys' selections for this one. But yeah, Barufi, you have the floor whenever you're ready.
Ah, man, if I pick one, you know what? It's not my favorite, but it has no chance of making the wraparound. I think my favorite might. So I will go very basic, very white. Okay, and it's Mariah. Okay,
No, you
pretty
did
simple.
not do that. You did
I mean,
not take
pretty.
that first overall.
I mean,
I'm not even upset because I was going to
I
take
mean,
it, but
pretty.
I'm upset because you took that first overall. God.
I mean, it's pretty. It's pretty simple, right? I mean, yeah.
I hate it so much. You know the meme about the song and about Mariah Carey in general. She by
Mm-mm.
October time she starts to defrost.
Yeah, I
People
mean,
joke about that. Yeah,
real.
but fuck, man, could not have picked a
I
worse
apologize.
selection here, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's
God.
I
just not good.
apologize.
No, don't apologize. If that's what you want, that's what you're gonna live with here. But okay, I'm
Yeah.
gonna take one that maybe not my favorite either, but I still really like it. And I've noticed on Twitter, especially recently, there has been a big clamoring for calling this the best Christmas song ever, and that's "Last Christmas" by Wham.
Last Christmas is good, but I
Mm.
wasn't gonna take it in my first two picks. Um, I think I'm gonna take one that you guys might be considering a sneaker pick or a sleeper pick, but I want it, and that's Frosty the Snowman.
Okay, which version?
Just like the one from the animated films where it's just like Frosty the Snowman. I
Okay,
don't
so
fucking
all right,
here.
animated.
Let me find the artist because I had it pulled up.
All right, yeah. Let me know when you do. You are still on the board as well.
Gene Autry.
Okay, so the Gene Autry version. All right, classic song,
Yeah.
classic version. Good
And
pick.
then I'm taking Jingle Bell Rock by Bobby Helms.
No! Oh, I should have just taken that. Damn it. Oh, that is probably my favorite overall.
That is also my favorite overall.
Man, that is a fantastic pick. You definitely sniped me there. Great job. Man, that's a real sad one there for me, but it's all right. I've still got some here that I have a lot of fun with. We're gonna, I guess, take another classic off the board here, and it's Andy Williams. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
That's a good one.
It's the most wonderful. To that one,
Wonderful. Dude, I just think about LeBron every time I hear it, though.
Why? Why
Something's
is
wrong
that?
with you. Something's actually
Dude,
wrong with
it's
you.
the Sprite. It's the Sprite cranberry ad.
Oh,
It's the
yeah.
thirstiest time of the
Gotcha.
year.
Yeah, I do not feel that reference, but you go off.
Yeah.
You don't know about that?
No, I do, but that's not what I think about.
Oh.
Okay, so my favorite overall did come back to me as I
All right.
originally had planned,
Damn
which
it.
is Feliz Navidad. Okay.
Okay. Of course you
That's
picked
also a
that.
good pick.
Prospero
I like
año y
that pick.
felicidad.
So which version?
Isn't it by Jose Feliciano? Yeah, Jose.
Yeah. That's the original. I'm pretty sure.
And then he's gonna take Christmas in Harlem by Kanye.
Okay, I'm not doing that.
Ooh.
I am taking
By
Santa Claus is Coming to Town
the Jackson 5.
by Bruce Springsteen.
Okay. Good pick as well.
I think so. I would like to think so.
Well, you don't have to think so. You did it.
Yeah. I know so.
Oh. I don't appreciate your attitude, Barufi.
Yeah.
Yeah, ever since this guy played Mortal Kombat 9, he's just been an asshole.
That's been a lot of years now.
Yeah, evidently. Okay, good pick. I've got some sleepers here, and if you guys haven't heard these songs, I would definitely implore you to look
Please
them
don't
up
take
at
my
some point.
snipe. Please don't snipe my favorite.
I don't know if this is
Like
gonna
my
be your
nostalgia one.
We'll see, but one that honestly I didn't grow up listening to, but over the last few years I've listened to it, and it's really just a really fun song. It's "Must Be Santa" by Mitch Miller and the
I'm
Gang.
unfamiliar.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Check it out because it's a fun song.
Okay, my second favorite song. I really like Frosty the Snowman, but it's probably my third favorite. My second favorite is still available, so I still have my 1, 2, 3 actually, and that's "Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer" by Elmo and Patsy. And there's so much nostalgia for this one because growing up, my grandma literally has like an old reindeer like plush that sits in a rocking chair, and you can turn it on and it'll sing "Grandma Got Ran Over by a Reindeer."
That's hilarious.
And it's the cutest thing. I loved it growing up, and I still do to this day.
All right.
And then for my wraparound pick, I'm just gonna take a good old classic, and that's gonna be "Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree" by Brenda Lee.
Another really solid selection there. Rocking around the Christmas tree. Yep.
Happy holiday.
I always think about the Home Alone scene where he has to fake the whole family having a party. Great stuff.
I always think of the Step Brothers scene right before the divorce.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. Fair enough. Yeah. Home Alone, though, classic Christmas. We did draft it in the Christmas movies. I think it went 1-1. I think I took it 1-1.
I think I would have had it at 1-1.
Yeah. Fantastic stuff. All right. I'm on the clock now. And
For sure.
I think do I game it here? No. We're going to pick another one that I always think of Home Alone with. actually, and it's going to be
Valid.
"Run Rudolph Run" by Chuck Berry.
I was gonna say we have to have at least one Rudolph song on the list. Otherwise, like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, no Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer so far, but that's also a great
I'm not
one.
taking it.
Oh, you're a Rudolph hater, huh?
That's not it. I have my pick already.
Oh, okay. All right.
Get a load of this guy.
I know.
I'm
Are you
quite
gonna take the
surprised it's
Alvin
so
and the Chipmunks Christmas
available.
groovy?
So
Unironically, a banger.
take a look.
Christmas time is here.
Here.
Time for toys and time for cheer. You gonna take that?
Yeah,
A
absolutely.
hula
No,
hoop.
it's beginning to look a lot
It's
like
beginning.
Christmas.
Oh, what the fuck? That was weird. It's beginning to. Is it gonna be the
A lot like Christmas.
which version?
Isn't it by Michael?
Michael
Bublé.
His
Bublé,
face.
Mike B. All right, cool, fair
The
enough.
boobster.
They have the bubbly, sparkling water commercials with Michael Bublé, where he's like, everyone mispronounces his name, Michael Bublé.
I will go with
You'll go with.
bubbly. Yes. Darling Loves. What's it called? Baby, please come home.
Okay,
Yeah.
sure, if that's what you want. Oops.
You don't rock with Darlene?
Is it Darlene? Not Darling.
Yes, it's Darlene. Darlene.
Okay. I mean, not my favorite. We'll put it that way. All right.
Cool.
Final pick here for me. I'm gonna take another sleeper here. If you guys have not heard this version of this song, I really, really suggest you do so because it's a lot of fun. I think it's the 12 Days of Christmas by Reliant K.
Who by who?
It is a like Weezer rock rendition of 12 Days of Christmas. Please listen to it. It's really fun.
Perfect.
It sounds really fun.
Beautiful.
It is. Definitely check that one out.
I got all the picks I wanted in this draft, which I did
Nice.
not expect going
So you got to
into
take
it.
Rudolph then.
But I am not. I'm gonna be taking "Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas" by Frank Sinatra.
Boo. No,
You don't like that?
it's a fine pick. It's just I prefer the more poppy, upbeat stuff on Christmas time. That's just my personal.
Yeah, but that one's such a sit by the campfire song.
Sure. You know what else is a sit by the campfire song? Must Be Santa by Mitch Miller and the Gang. Trust me. Yeah. What are some other big hits that we didn't get? So Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer we didn't pick. I will say as well, Sia, if you guys are familiar with Sia, she has a couple of good Christmas songs as well that are originals. I'm pretty
I like
sure.
Sia.
Yeah, she's got some good.
I really like her
good
song
ones.
"Alive." Not a Christmas song, but good song.
Yeah. The Eagles with their "Please Come Home for Christmas," I think is another one that would be picked on other lists. Maybe the "Underneath the Tree" by Kelly Clarkson as well is pretty well loved. I think those would be definitely some. Mili Kaliki Maka is a fine thing to say on a bright Hawaiian Christmas day. Maybe that one as well. A lot of Christmas songs, actually. It's funny because it feels like radios when you put on the radio on a Christmas station during this time.
It plays the same fucking ones.
Yeah, the same 4 songs with different renditions or different covers of it. But there's actually quite a few. And yeah, so this was a really fun draft. We don't do a lot of music drafts, so hopefully maybe in the future in 2025 we'll do a few more of those. But Yeah, great fun here.
Goated.
Broofy, you had the 1-1 overall pick, and he selected All I Want for Christmas by Mariah Carey, Feliz Navidad by Jose Feliciano, Santa Claus is Coming to Town by Bruce Springsteen, uh, It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas by Michael Bublé, and Baby Please Come Home by Darlene Love. I had the second overall pick, and I selected in the first round Last Christmas by Wham. In the second round, It's the Most Wonderful Time of the Year by Andy Williams. In round 3, Must Be Santa by Mitch Miller and the Gang. In round 4, Run, Rudolph, Run by Chuck Berry. And then in round 5, 12 Days of Christmas by Reliant K. And then Jacob with the 1-3, the third overall pick. In the first round, he took Frosty the Snowman, Gene Autry. Jingle Bell Rock in the second round by Bobby Helms. In round 3, Grandma Got Run Over by a Reindeer by Elmo and Patsy. Man, it is a
Goaty
really
song.
It's a really silly, yeah. It's something for sure. In round 4, Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree by Brenda Lee, and then in round 5, Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas by Frank Sinatra. Let us know what your favorite Christmas song is, and how you what you would have taken. Yeah, what you would have taken with the 1-1. What are some honorable mentions that we missed out? Final draft
Goated.
for this Christmas episode are Christmas characters. So we did do a Christmas movie draft last week, and actually the video is live on YouTube, so you are able to check it out now as we speak here on Sunday evening. But Christmas characters in general. So maybe it's a character that you really like. It's not in your favorite movie, or maybe even there isn't a movie about him, for example, or characters throughout the IP of Christmas that show up many times, but you just really appreciate them.
Mm-hmm.
So you could take this a lot of different ways, but let's see who's going to get the first overall pick.
I don't get the 1-1. That's horseshit.
Fuck
Oh,
off.
man. Oh, man, Jacob.
Dude, it
Fuck
fucking
off.
slowly crossed my
This
name,
is-
dude.
This is a legendary run of not getting first overall.
Yeah.
Yeah, generational, dude.
For what would have been a good one as well.
Dude, I don't get. Oh my fucking god.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Talk about skill issue. My
It
God.
it just might be. Wow, that is something. I gotta say, it's getting to the point where that I start to feel bad for you, man. this is brutal.
Dude,
luck
because
by
I
the-
had two. I had two that I was okay with, and I'm not gonna get either of them because you guys are gonna take them.
You think so?
I think so.
We'll see. I mean, do I even like? I feel like I'm obligated to take Santa Claus here. Like this is just the integral character to a lot of Christmas movies. It's always the one who brings joy to all those around. I have to do it. I'm obligated. Santa Claus.
Right.
You bitch.
Rufy, you have the easy one too here, though.
Yeah, I'll go with the Grinch.
God, fuck.
Yep. Yeah. Tough one. The Grinch is great. Love the Grinch.
I wasn't prepared for this. I'm gonna. God.
Think of your favorite Christmas movies and your
Um,
favorite characters.
I'll take Ebenezer Scrooge.
All right. He was eventually going to get picked at some point, I imagine.
Right.
Good pick. Solid stuff.
And then I'll take Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
All right. Good wraparound there. It wasn't so bad.
It hurts. I don't have the Grinch.
Yeah. I mean, look, the Grinch could have been the 1-1 as well, for sure. And
If I was the 1-1, he would have been my 1-1.
yeah, there's definitely a good argument. The Grinch is great.
Yes.
Yes, absolutely.
Hence why he's mine. Haha.
Yeah. What's
pain,
next?
pain, fucking pain.
Oh, it's me.
Yeah, it is.
I thought I had the 1-1.
No.
Oh, that's beautiful. Give
Since
me
when?
Kevin from Home Alone.
All right, you fucking fuck.
What? Say it.
I was hoping he would make it to me.
Well, of course not.
All right, that's all right. Am I allowed to take two people here?
To who?
Am I
I
allowed?
know who you're gonna take. No,
No, I can't do that. I can only pick one.
I need one of them.
Okay, we'll see what Broofy does, but what if I just stacked?
pick.
I can't take both of them here, but I take them with round 2 and 3. How boring would that be? Yeah, I'm gonna take just another classic holiday villain here. I'm taking which one though? Oh. Okay, I think as a child I laughed more at Marv, so I'm gonna take Marv. You can have Harry.
Okay.
Round 3. I don't know his last name, so just Marv. Marv Wet Bandit. Okay. Man, we're in some interesting. All right, we're just gonna fuck it. It's one of my favorites ever, John McClane.
Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Yeah. No point in dilly dallying here. Let's just get our.
If you didn't take him, I was gonna take him just to be a dick.
Dude, imagine this. Imagine this team though, with Kevin McAllister and John McClane, two of the deadliest people on Christmas. Oh man, that would have been something.
Okay. I would expected you, Anthony, to pick him at this point.
I think I know what you're gonna go
But
with.
you didn't, so the elf.
Buddy the Elf. Yeah.
Yep.
Great pick.
Yeah, I'm not an elf guy.
I can't believe that still, man. That is wild. That's such a great movie. When's the last time
Never
you
got
saw
into it. I don't know. Last year.
Okay. Never mind then.
All right. So I think for my first pick, I got to take Clark Oswald. Or sorry, Griswold, not
Mhm.
Oswald.
From National Lampoons. All right. Solid stuff there.
And then Gizmo from Gremlins.
I knew you would do it eventually. I knew it. I knew you had to make that selection.
If I didn't get Gizmo, I think I genuinely would have just ended I would have vetoed this draft.
Yeah, that would have been something. Imagine
Uh,
if John McClane. I didn't take John McClane. You took John McClane as one of your picks here. Then I took Gizmo from you. We would both be really upset.
Draft day trade.
yeah, we. That's something. Yeah, that's great. Murphy, round 4 pick.
Edward Scissorhands.
All right. We will allow it because we allowed it in the movies.
Yep, that was exactly my thought.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Okay. Man, I'm still stuck on some tough ones here because there are still a handful of guys that I do love. And I might just take Harry. No, I'm not gonna
Really?
I'm not gonna be boring. I'm not gonna be boring. We're gonna take Jack Skellington here.
Valid.
Yeah. Maybe Timothy Chalamet will play him in the live action adaptation. And then round 5, I could go in a number of ways. There are a lot of side characters here that are a lot of fun as well, but I think another classic, another really beloved character in Christmas films. I'm going to go with George Bailey from It's a Wonderful Life.
Mm-hmm.
Although I definitely would, if I wasn't obligated in a way, I would go a different direction, I think. So maybe this is a fumble by me, but it's all right. I'll live with it. Great character.
Take who you want to
regardless.
take, man.
No, I'm good. I'm good with my pick.
Give me Jack Skellington.
I took Jack Skellington.
Is this guy
Oh
special or what?
no, dude! I picked. You know what I thought, Anthony?
What's that?
Oh my god! I thought that if I had picked Jack Skellington in round 4, you would have picked Edward Scissorhands.
No, Edward
Anthony
was
was
not on
not
my
I was
taking
board.
Edward
convinced.
Scissorhands.
Eddie was not on my board.
No, dude! I was convinced. Oh no!
All-time fumble.
He
by
doesn't
Wolf
even know
here.
you, Anthony.
No, I was convinced. I was no.
Bro
Man,
thought that you were on Edward Scissorhands.
Okay.
Fan?
We said we counted Harry, right?
Harry the Wet Bandit.
it?
Yeah, not Harry Potter.
Oh, okay, not Harry Potter. You
No.
know,
Yeah.
give me
Harry
give
the
me
Wet
Harry
Bandit.
still.
All right,
Yeah.
He
fantastic.
said, "I'll take Harry regardless."
You got Kevin and Harry. So that's something.
see?
That speaks. Yeah, volumes.
You see?
Yeah.
All right.
You see what I
dude.
see. Sorry.
If I was gonna be boring, I could take one of the like evil gremlins because they were also really entertaining characters. But I think I'm gonna take Krampus here.
Yeah,
So I'm
on
gonna
my
take
list.
Krampus.
Which Krampus though? Are you taking the Krampus from Red One, hit movie, out now in theaters and on Prime Video?
There you go.
I'm
Krampus
taking
Schlock?
Krampus from. I'm taking Krampus from Folklore. Way
Fair-
cooler.
Fair enough. Yeah, that you could do it from there too. I guess. Yeah, it's not as cool as Krampus from Krampus Schlop, but it's all right. I do like. I think it's really funny how they pronounce. Obviously, they're going to pronounce it in that way in the movie, but it sounds like Krampus slop, and the movie is slop, which is just
yeah, that
really
movie
fitting.
sucks.
Really fitting. Did you watch it?
No, it just looks shitty.
Oh, yeah, it sucks. I wrote a very brief letterbox review for it, and yummy slop. Me love good yummy slop. Num num num. Burps, sharts. More slop, please. In all seriousness, it might be the worst thing I've seen this year, but at least I chuckled a couple times, ironically, and my eyes were not murdered. So there's your Red One
hilarious.
review, 1.5 stars.
That bad?
It was bad. I mean, look, but it wasn't like it wasn't insufferable where I needed to turn it off at the very least. I got through it. So, and I did laugh at it.
Oh yeah.
So there's that too. But yeah.
Okay.
Honorable mentions here. Side character from Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was Yukon Cornelius. Seems like a cool dude. You know, just a chill guy that I would get a beer with, I guess, if he was into that kind of thing.
There you go. There you
Jack
go.
Frost is another classic villain that we could have taken as well, or hero. If
I
you
was
watch
gonna
Rise
say
of the Guardians.
Mrs. Claus.
Mrs. Claus for sure. You know, if you're into milfs. Yeah. All right. Old Man Marley.
Stay tuned for
from,
next. Stay
Yeah.
tuned for the NFL awards show.
Yeah. Old Man Marley
Beautiful.
from Home Alone as well. I had on here. Frosty the Snowman
Yes.
did get selected. And then the final one here is Ralphie from A Christmas Story, which is the one I was going to pick over George Bailey, but I made the last minute adjustment.
Fair enough.
Yeah. All right. Awesome stuff. Very fun. Very fun. I had the first overall pick, and I selected in round 1 Santa Claus. In round 2, Marv, the Wet Bandit. In round 3, John McClane. In round 4, Jack Skellington. And in round 5, George Bailey. Vitor
Goated.
Barufi had the second overall pick. And in the first round, he
Big
selected the Grinch. In
In
the second round, Kevin McAllister. In the third round, Buddy the Elf. In the fourth round, Edward Scissorhands. And in the fifth round, Harry the Wet Bandit.
Did it cook?
You might have cooked. I might have to concede this one to you, man.
There we go.
Jacob had the
Yeah,
third
I think
overall.
Broofy probably won.
Yeah, I think so. Jacob had the third overall pick, and in round 1 he selected Ebenezer Scrooge. In round 2, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. In round 3, Clark Griswold. In round 4, Gizmo the Gremlin. And then round 5, Krampus from Folklore.
I think I still had a good list.
I mean, I like my list too, but Rufy definitely has a lot of my favorite characters here. You know, the Grinch, I could have definitely selected him 1-1. It was definitely an option. And then Kevin, I wanted in round 2 there, but all right. Really fun stuff. I guess before we wrap up, I did watch another Christmas movie to get Red One out of my system the other day, and it's a new movie. It's currently on Netflix. It is a Netflix original film called Carry On, and it follows a TSA agent on Christmas Eve as he receives basically a message from someone who is trying to get a suspicious package shipped onto an airplane, and he has to, wager, his safety and his life for it, basically. It really, like, in the same vein as a Die Hard, where it is like very intense thriller. It's, there's sinister things going on behind the scenes, but it's a lot more subdued and unassuming because it is like he is a TSA agent. He has to try to act natural. There is no like shootout sequences. There are gunfire a few times in the movie, but it's very much very procedural and quiet and under the radar. And I had a lot of fun with it. I thought it was really intense. I thought some of the sequences are kind of like wow inducing because of how it was shot. There were some really dynamic long takes in here. So I thought I really had a good time with this one. I definitely recommend everyone check this one out. Yeah, those are my thoughts on it. Please go check it out.
Goated.
It sounds interesting.
It really is. It's really good stuff. And Hank Schrader's in it.
He's alive?
Apparently, yeah. And he's now, instead of the DEA, he's the TSA. TS motherfucking A. Yeah. So, yeah. With all that being said, boys,
Dude, they could have made it the funniest fucking movie if they just made. Oh, dude, you're gonna kill me. I can't think of the actor for Walter White right now.
Bryan Cranston.
Yes, they could have made it so fucking funny if Bryan Cranston played the bad guy.
Yeah, that would have been funny. But I will say, if you know your movies or TV shows, when you watch the movie, the bad guy, you'll recognize who the bad guy is, and it's a fun little surprise of who it is, because I didn't know who it was going into it, but once it's revealed, it's really fun. There's an extra added dynamic to it. So really check it out. A lot of fun, really fun stuff. There's a lot of fun Christmas movies streaming right now. So, this one though, I would say not really for families to watch. I wouldn't let your little ones watch this one. It's pretty intense, but yeah. Any final thoughts, guys? What do we do on Christmas? What are our plans?
On the 24th, I'm spending time with the family. 25th, I'm going over my girls. I was telling her I have a decent amount of gifts for them. I'm thinking of dressing up as Santa Claus
Ooh,
when I come over. What do you think about that?
I think that would be so much
You
fun.
should do the Grinch.
That'd be nice, right? Yeah, I probably agree.
Yeah,
Just buy a Santa Claus suit,
that would be.
I think the Grinch would be more fun.
But he's not stealing gifts.
No, I'm giving it to them.
Okay, but you're the Grinch when he had his change of heart then.
Oh, so maybe I
So
should
Santa
bring
Claus.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, perfect.
Yeah, but I think that would be a lot of fun to pull a
Yeah.
Michael Scott or something. You could even dress as Jesus Christ if you wanted to go the Michael Scott route. The true reason behind Christmas. I think that's how he defined it in the show. But very fun stuff. We actually are hosting Christmas Day this year over here. We usually go to my uncle's place. We have a pretty small family, so we go over there. We have a couple family members from out of town join us for Christmas Eve. Other than this year, we're doing Christmas Day at our place. A lot more casual. My mom wants to do a pajama party, but a lot of people are protesting
That'd
that.
be fun. I think that'd be fun.
I think so too. It's supposed to be like I don't know. For me. It's always been. I always like it to be a chill day where, you open gifts in the morning, everyone exchanges gifts, and then you have a breakfast, and then you like watch movies and just hang out all day. That's how I like to do it on Christmas
We
Day.
actually do our presents at the end of the day with my family.
Okay.
Guys,
Um,
I'm buying a Santa Claus costume as we speak.
Nice.
hell
Is it
yeah.
gonna make it by Christmas?
2 day
Uh,
shipping, baby.
you'd be surprised with Amazon. I'll tell you
Look,
this.
I wouldn't be surprised, but I mean, like in our area, a lot of stuff is on back order. Like they're getting delays, and they have the strikes going on in certain places too. So you never know.
Yeah, yeah. No,
Yeah,
you're right.
so my Christmas Eve is gonna be mostly for religious purposes. I'm gonna be going to work, and then I will be spending time with family. Then we'll be attending mass together and stuff like that. Um, Christmas Day it will just be immediate family, and then the 28th is when we'll have immediate family again because my sister's out of town. So whenever she can make it, we do that. It's gonna be really fucking annoying, to be honest. I'm gonna have the same immediate family for 3 separate Christmas events, and then I'll have my actual Christmas, like the whole family, on January 1st.
Okay, interesting.
I know. Yeah, schedule wise, it's a hell.
Well, yeah. Well, I hope you guys have a lot of fun.
Also fun. Yeah.
Yeah, and a lot of times as well, this time of year, it's difficult for a lot of people, and it's difficult dealing with some people as well. So, and for everyone out there as well, I hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. Hope you all have if you don't celebrate Christmas, whatever you do celebrate, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever else is out there for you, Ramadan, um, just have a wonderful time. We wish you all well. Have the day that you deserve. That's a new one that I like to do. So if you're a piece of shit, you deserve a horrible day. But
Goated.
but yeah, we all wish you well. We hope you have a fantastic holiday with whoever you celebrate with. Hopefully everybody has someone that they can celebrate with, because again, holidays can be tough for a lot of people. Some people are alone, but yeah, really appreciate everyone who stuck around for this episode, this very special Christmas holiday episode of Coast to Coast. Really appreciate it. Please check out all of our other content, and if you enjoyed this us chatting here, consider sticking around. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of fun. We'd love for you guys to join the ride. Any last words, boys?
Great episode,
Guys,
boys.
yeah, I have an update. No costume that arrives on time, but a goated Santa hat and a beard.
Okay.
That works.
All right.
I'll come wearing red, whatever the hell, you know. We'll figure it out, surely.
Yes, indeed you will. All right. Thank you everybody so much, and we'll see you next time.